What's up, y'all? Welcome to Dear Future Husband, a show where we talk about love, dating, relationships, marriage, right? So, I'm your host, Bree, your favorite attorney by day, your hostess with the mostest every Thursday night. So, welcome again, y'all. We have a really, really good show for you guys today. Hey, Joseph, how you doing? Hey, everybody that's tuning in. Make sure y'all drop where you guys are tuning in from. I always love to see where my people are coming from, right? Joseph, you are tuning in every Thursday. Yes, sir, you are. Love you too, baby. I like that name, by the way. So, thank everybody for joining. Hey, girl. Hey, Kimmy. Y'all, a good show today. Okay? So, today's show is named Dear Future Husband, I'm a soft place to land, except when I ain't, right? And so we're going to get into what all that means. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything on this one. Hey, D. Hey, guys. And hey, other D. So thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all are subscribed to my YouTube channel at Reality TV 1, right? So that's at Reality TV 1. Subscribe, y'all, and make sure that you never miss a show. Hey, Ivo. Hey, y'all. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring on my guest. My guest's name is Greg, okay? Greg is an attorney that I've known for a while. He actually helped your girl out a lot during my, my beginning stages of being a lawyer. And actually, I mean, to keep it 100, I think I called him. I think it was last month. Greg, I just called you last month. So Greg is a really good friend, somebody that, I talk to on a regular basis. We're going to go ahead and bring him on. So hold on. Nah, y'all know how I do I do this every time. It be the little things, y'all. It be the little things. Greg, it won't let me bring you on, buddy. I'm gonna have to go find you. Okay, hold on. Let me go find you. It's making me look foolish. Okay. So while we're waiting for Greg to come on, he should be joining us here in a minute. Make sure y'all are subscribing. It's at Reality TV 1. Let me put that on here. I'm gonna pin it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so now. And there y'all go. I just put it in the chat. All right. Greg, what is going on, sir? I can't get you on here. Says you're unable to join. Uh-oh. So Greg is having some technical difficulties joining this show. Okay. Hey.
Here I is.
Hey. I was just giving you a disclaimer, Greg, because you know, lawyer, right? So I was giving you a disclaimer.
Yeah, I just couldn't get myself on.
Is that what that was?
Well, my phone wasn't happening. I was like, no, I don't think so.
Not today. Well, thank you for joining me. How you doing?
I'm doing good, sweetie. It's I thought it was gonna be cold, but it's not even cold in Chicago right now. So
yes, you're in the shy. That's what's
living
up.
the
So it's
dream.
not cold.
Having the grape juice.
That's what we're gonna call that?
Well, that's what it is.
Okay. So I'm so excited to have you on. I'm so excited to just jump right into it. Okay, Greg? But first, before we do, let's get the niceties out the way. Tell the people, you just said it, but just tell the people where you're located.
Right now, I'm in the beautiful city of Chicago on the west side.
West side.
And actually planning on being back in San Antonio probably the next couple of weeks.
Nice.
They're about 50-60% of the time until I get the practice up and running, and then I'll be there full time by the end of March.
Okay, nice. Well, I can't wait to have you back in Texas, buddy.
Can't wait to be there.
Yay. And then you are single, right?
Yes. Asterisk.
Huh?
I said yes, asterisk.
Okay. Just want to make sure. And is the inbox open just in case somebody wants to slide through?
The inbox is open, but there might be somebody who get angry if I answered it. So.
Oh, okay. So we're in a situationship.
Well, no, it's pretty cool. We'll get to that. There's been a development.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to get to that. We're gonna have to
This
get
is
to
good.
that.
This is development.
Okay, okay. So let's jump into it. I'm a soft place, dear future husband. I'm a soft place to land until I ain't, except when I ain't, right?
Except when you ain't.
Except when I ain't. So let me explain first why what that meant, because I'm the author of said
Right.
dear future husband. So let me explain why I did it that way, right? Why I said that, what that meant for me. So I am one of those relationship type women. First of all, I like being in relationships. I'm a relationship person, right? I don't like being single. And then I feel like, I'm one of those, I'm real affectionate,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Okay, sorry about that. Hugs, kisses. I'm saying, like, I'm real affectionate. And so one of those people that you can talk to about your day, talk to about what's going on, we can tackle it together type thing, right? That's just how I am.
Right.
And so I'm a soft place to land. Like I feel like, me personally, y'all go through a lot just on a day-to-day basis, right? And
Okay.
so it's nice, I think, to come home to your girl and her be that soft place, that safe place, right? And vice
Absolutely.
versa, because we need that as well. We need a man that's going to be a safe place for us as well, somebody we can come to and tell them about our day, right? And
Right.
so, but except when I ain't, because I've some people, the wrong people will take advantage of that, right? And take
Yeah.
advantage of your softness and your niceness and your loveliness, right? And that's pretty much what I meant by that. What's your take on a soft place to land, having a woman that's a soft place to land? Like, what's your take on that?
Well, I think I'm pretty much in agreement with you on most of that.
Okay.
It soft place to land. I think of it as a safe place for my heart to be.
Yes.
You know, I can
Yeah.
be here. I don't have to be on my guard all the time.
Yes.
I can just relax and not have to worry about whether or not I got to do battle. Now,
Right.
full disclosure though,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I didn't want to be that guy, but I was that guy who flipped a woman from being a soft place to land to accept when I ain't.
Oh, okay. Well, how did you do that? Can we get into
Um,
that? Are you
if we
comfortable
get
to
to
share
that,
that?
remember, it was it was um it was deal breakers, right?
Yes.
Everybody has,
Yes.
and um, it was going real good. I mean, now girl rode hard for me. She really did.
Okay.
And but there was just a deal breaker that she wasn't going to accept. And it got to a situation where we're good. I'm gonna break up with you, because if I don't break up with you, you're not gonna work on you. And
Mm.
painful as that was, now I mean, oh, that one hurt. um but as painful as that was, I think what it did was it kind of put me on the path that I'm on now, as far as figuring out who I am and
Yes.
how to not be that guy anymore. Um, and I'll tell you what, it also kind of opened my eyes to a lot of things, as far as, me setting my own boundaries,
Yeah.
uh, letting it be all right for me to have an opinion and to like what I like, and
Not like what you don't
not
like.
like what I don't like,
And it
and,
be okay.
and be all right with it, and be all right with it if nobody else is.
Right.
But,
Right.
going back to it, but yeah, you can, I think being a soft place in there for me is a safe place for my heart to be. But I can definitely understand how a woman could start off as a soft place and then
Yeah.
switch
And
when,
switch up. Yeah.
yeah, when
Yeah.
things are going the way they should go.
So, okay, couple of questions. Why didn't you go back? So if this one rode hard for you, I'm assuming that you liked her as well.
Oh
You
God,
liked her a lot.
yeah.
So then once you started working on yourself and started going down that path of working on yourself, is there a reason why you didn't go back and say, hey, I'm doing what it was that you wanted me to do? Or was that door, like, it was understood that that door was closed, period?
I look at it this way. It is a work in progress,
Okay.
significant work. Uh,
Okay.
it is not the type of thing that's going to be fixed really quickly.
None of it is though, right? Because I'm a
Well,
firm
but
believer that, go ahead.
that's the thing. Yeah.
I'm a,
But
I'm a firm believer that we are consistently working on ourselves. This is a
ex-
never ending thing,
exactly. It
right?
is always a work in progress. But
Right.
what you find is what's a deal breaker for one person may not be a deal breaker for another person.
Okay.
Different life experiences, um, childhood things that
Yeah.
happened, from back then. That
Uh-oh, you breaking up. Uh-oh. Y'all, while we waiting for him to come back on, y'all drop what your deal breakers are for me, please. In the comment section, drop what your deal breakers are for me. We're going to get into that in a minute. You
yeah.
back, Greg?
Okay, am I back?
Okay, I think you're back.
I never lost you.
Okay. But I lost you, sir.
Hey, but so where were we? We were talking about the deal breakers. Oh, but like I said, different life experiences. You know, uh, has the person had children versus
Yeah.
not having children?
Yeah.
Are they raised in an environment where there was a lot of negotiation, or were they pretty much, able to do what they want to do within certain parameters?
Yeah.
Uh, you know, it's a lot of there's a lot of factors that go into it.
Right.
So, the temptation, I think, was to kind of turn inward and direct all of that negative energy towards me. And then when I really started doing the work and understanding that, this is about setting your boundaries, this is about doing what's the best thing for you,
Right.
with the understanding that when a person gets the best version of you, that's going to be more attractive anyway. So
Correct. That's very attractive. So, okay, so then what is when you say, going back when we're talking about a safe place and a woman being a safe place for your heart, what does that look like? What does a safe place for your heart look like to you?
safe place for my heart to me today um, looks like a place that allows me to be who I am right now,
Yeah.
but does not allow me to not grow.
Yeah.
Um, and well, yeah, that's about it. Just allows me to be who I am right now. And then,
Right.
because, I mean, there's all types of pressure to change from outside. Your job puts it
Right.
on, people put it on, your family put it on. So it's wonderful to have that one place, that one person that you don't have to do that with.
Right.
You
You could
know,
just be yourself.
yeah. And it's really a bonus, like when y'all can play, you get in a situation where you meet that person where y'all can
Yeah.
finish each other's sentences
Yeah.
and you laugh at the same thing and
Yeah.
like the same type of music. I mean, it's like, I could ride for, um, just sit at home on the couch and just chill with this person. It's a wonderful place to be, I think.
It is a wonderful feeling. And so I would tend to agree with the safe place. For me, it's the same thing. I should be able to come and just be my goofy self. I should be able to have a bun on top of my head lopsided. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I don't have to put on. Does that make, like, I don't have to, you know, I could just be me. Just be regular schmegular,
Be you.
my house clothes, a t-shirt or some shorts and lopsided bun, and be goofy and just be me.
Oh yeah.
Then also somebody that I can come talk to that's not going to judge me, somebody that I can come and cry, like I can
Yes,
cry on your shoulder, just somebody that's safe, because you go through a lot out there. It's a lot of fights and battles that you're having out there with other people, right?
you
But
do.
when you come home to that person,
Right.
your heart can rest. Your heart can, just be in a safe space, right?
It's
Yeah, safe space, Mimi, exactly. So
so
that's kind of what it means for me as well. So definitely aligned in that. What's a deal breaker for you, or deal
Deal break
breakers for you?
Deal breakers for me, I tend to be pretty superficial. Let me see. Deal breakers for me are, well, nobody should want this, but the minute I detect a narcissist, I'm gone.
Done.
Yeah, out of
Done. Yeah.
um the I'll say a consistently negative attitude,
Okay.
you know, somebody who um can't take counsel.
Constructive criticism.
Well, not criticism, just advice.
Okay.
But constructive criticism might fall into that.
Okay.
Um, Somebody who um, is just mean.
Oh
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I don't like
Yeah.
I don't like harshness.
Harshness. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
you know, I say it to me, but say it to me nice.
Come at me right.
Yeah.
No.
For me to
Okay.
write.
And okay, I can understand that. Okay, so let's kind of talk about some of the
Well,
things that we're talking about. Huh?
let me ask you this though. What about your deal breakers? And have you
Ooh.
ever like flipped on somebody?
Greg, you know I flipped on something. You just want to put me out there. First let's start with deal breakers. My deal breakers are, definitely like the norm, right? Cheating is out there.
Okay, yeah.
Verbally abusive, physically abusive. I mean that's just a no-brainer, right? I'm done. Narcissist, same thing. I like accountability. I
Okay.
like if we all make mistakes, right? So
Right.
I'm not going to cut you on a mistake that we can work through, right? We all go through things. We all have things going on outside of each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
That bring stressors on. So things happen, things are said, tempers flare, right?
Right.
Um, but I need there to be some sort of accountability. I need you to be able to say, you know what? That was wrong of me and I shouldn't have said that or done that and I apologize.
Right.
And I find that apologies are hard to come by. And
Really?
I think so, I like it shouldn't be, right? But some people are just unable to come and look you in your face and say, I apologize. I was wrong for that. I'm
But
sorry.
sometimes though, Bree, that comes out of a place of hurt.
Okay.
I experienced something a while back, and it was like the breakup, and it was like really, really, really painful.
Okay.
Oh my God, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wallowed.
Okay.
I wallowed,
Okay.
and oh God, it hurts. And
Hmm.
I was a mess.
Okay.
Um, but then it wasn't. It took like a while. And then it said, slow down. Don't be so emotionally selfish that you don't remember that there's a whole nother person on the other side of this.
Okay.
And she might be feeling pain too.
Okay.
Don't get so absorbed in your
Your pain.
pain. Get the
Yeah.
other person is it might be dealing with some too.
So are you saying that the inability to apologize for some people may be that they are also hurting?
They are still hurting.
They are still okay.
Still hurting. And it
Um,
and it takes that self-inspection though to really cut through that and get to the point to where you're like, and sometimes it just takes a little time,
yeah.
where you get to, hey, there's somebody else on the other side of this. It's not always this horrible knockdown, drag out,
Mm-hmm.
I hate you, you hate
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
type of situation.
Right.
Sometimes this did some happened and it didn't work out, and we got to figure out why that was.
No, I like that perspective. I still think I we're talking okay, so we're not talking about anything that's gonna make us stop talking forever, but something that, because a lot of times things end on stupidness. I think, a lot of times people stop talking over something that just a little apology, a little humbleness would have fixed, right? How many relationships die off because of a ridiculous argument, right? And
Too many.
so those are the type of apologies I'm like, small, small arguments. Like, okay, it wasn't that deep. It blew up into something bigger, but it
Right.
wasn't really that deep. And I'm sorry. I shouldn't have spoken to you like that. I shouldn't have done that to you. I know I know that was going to make you mad. Something of that nature, right?
Right.
So that's the accountability that I'm talking about.
Okay.
Now, those other type of things, like something that's a little bigger, I get that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's the accountability. Not taking accountability is a deal breaker. Not
Yes.
allowing me to be myself is a deal breaker.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there's so many, and
Yeah.
I
Well,
hate to say it
it's
like that, but there's so many deal
like
breakers.
probation issues. You got about 35 of them.
Easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But those are kind of my deal breakers. So
Okay.
now, what do you think about? Okay, so we talked about what the soft life is, right? And for those who
Mm-hmm.
don't know, I told Greg on a conversation that we were having over the phone, like, I'm into having a soft life now. And you hear that, everybody is saying that. What it really just means is I don't want to fight. I want peace, I want comfort, and I want ease, right? Like,
Right.
those are pretty much what it is. Peace, comfort,
Mm-hmm.
and ease. I don't want it to be hard. I don't want it to be uncomfortable. I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. I don't want to knock out, drag out. I don't want to do that, right?
Right.
And so it's easy coasting. And I think this has come from years of failed relationships, right? Years
Uh,
of just learning who I am, learning how to deal with other people, learning that some of my, some of the things that I wanted was ridiculous. This is years and years of research, right? We're gonna
well,
call it
hey,
research.
to think about it though, I came out of a 29-year marriage, yet here I am.
I mean, listen, and it happens to the best of us,
It
right?
happens
But
to
I
the best.
love the fact that you haven't turned yourself off from dating. And you haven't even turned yourself off from wanting to be married again. Is that right?
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
And I love that
Marriage
for
is not bad. It's just I was just happened to be in a marriage that was bad, and I probably had a little bit of a part of making it bad. So, you know,
okay.
I mean, this would be,
Accountability.
but like it was, it was mostly her,
Okay.
but I had some stuff to do too. So, everybody had some hands to wash in that one.
But did you learn from it though? Is there something that you absolutely learned from that you can take on to other relationships or not take on to other
Well, you know
relationships
what?
because
Now,
you learn not to do
well,
it?
right now, since we went there,
Okay.
actually, I had kind of checked out, right, for years.
Okay.
And it wasn't until that breakup afterwards,
Which breakup? The marriage or
the
the
one
other
that,
one?
no, the one that rode hard for me, so hard.
Okay. Okay.
And that's when I really started to look at how I got to be how I am.
Okay.
And that part was actually more emotional than the divorce itself.
Really?
That part hurt because you think about it, it's like you have a whole nother person who wasn't there. And that issue
Okay.
comes, it's like, okay, this is you.
Okay.
And this is not acceptable to me right now. So you got to go fix that. And in that process, I start, it's kind of like Trump, you say one thing and then you start looking into it. Oh my God. You start, you start looking at all that stuff and it's like, man, I got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
And so, at that point, it was like, all right, all bets are off. But the blessing in it was that I started learning, but I have value too.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
set my boundaries. It's all right for me to want and to want certain things to be a certain way.
Yeah.
And it's all right if I say I'm not going to do this anymore because it's not how I want it.
Yeah.
And I think people grow up in this, like, you want to be in a relationship so bad to just accept anything.
Yeah.
And that's not healthy. And
No.
what I found was, I think of it this way. I got into my marriage from a very unhealthy place.
Okay.
And that permeated through the whole marriage. And then once I really was emotionally invested again and had to take that loss,
Mm-hmm.
then it was like, that was the shock to the system that kind of woke me up and was like, okay, now you've got to deal with you.
With you. Ooh.
You
And
got
that's a
to,
hard pill to swallow.
man,
When
listen.
it's you that you got to look at in the mirror every day and figure out what's wrong with you. Because, people going to come with their mess, right? I mean, that's
Right.
inevitable. We are at the age that we are. It's inevitable. People are going to come with their baggage and their mess. But so are you, right? And
Yeah,
so what does your baggage and your mess look like that other people got to deal with, right? Like
exactly.
that's real.
That's
That's a
real.
that's a listen, when you had that come to Jesus meeting with yourself, that's a real thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Michael Jackson, start with the man in the mirror.
That that part. Okay, let's pivot. Let's pivot. Let's talk
Pivot.
about, give us the story. Tell everybody the story about your job. What happened on your job? Because I want to start going in. I want to talk about this masculinity versus femininity.
Oh, okay. So what happened is this. I start to really get into working on me,
Mm-hmm.
figuring out why I do what I do, how I got to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
And it basically boils down to, some behaviors that I learned as a child,
Okay.
dealing with getting my needs met by
Okay.
being everybody and by being good and by being smart and
Mm.
differentiating myself from the other boys. They were bad, I was good. And
Oh,
that worked in school, which was my domain.
right.
But now, once you get out into the world and you start dealing with women,
Mm-hmm.
what you've learned is, well, what you don't learn it necessarily, but what's actually happened is you've exchanged your masculine energy, your masculinity, for acceptance. And so you go through
Okay.
living under the deception that I can get my needs met by being nice. And
Okay.
that's not really true. And so what happens is you fight to keep that image up, which is where I was in my marriage, right? Um, but then once I start realizing that I don't have to be nice all the time,
Mm-hmm.
people will love me with my rough edges, and I do have them.
Okay.
And I started to, have some boundaries.
Okay, because I was gonna
Put
ask you
myself
what you meant
first.
about that nice thing. Like
Yeah,
you don't you can't be nice and get your needs met. I was gonna ask you, what does that mean, to
yeah.
dive into that a little further.
And the nice guy. There's a book, but the nice guy thing, he's really not a nice guy. What he is
Okay.
actually pretty deceptive because
Okay.
he's putting up this facade,
Like he's nice 24/7.
like he's nice 24/7. And like I said, it really is just it's a con job
Okay.
in
I
a
mean, because
sense.
you're human, right? And you're gonna have
Because yeah,
bad days, and you're gonna
and
be
and and the, but
have
the
an
thing of it
attitude.
is, you're so busy trying to protect
Mm.
that you're doing everything. You're going out of your way to take care. You're going out of your way to be nice, to be sweet, to check on them during the day. You're always doing something. And what happens is that nice guy vibe doesn't project the masculine energy that holds a woman's attention for a long time.
Mm.
So you end up friend zoned. I mean, I
Cause
spent,
you okay.
all my
Okay.
teenage years, but okay, but let's fast forward to now and the job situation. So I start to work on this and I start to look at how I was versus how I should be. Okay, started trying to put my needs first. Um, Trying to, you know, uh, be more honest, more genuine. And I swear to God, um, it was like my interactions with women kind of switched up.
Okay.
What used to be a just, hey, how you doing in passing,
Mm-hmm.
would turn into, you know, I like your smile, or you so silly. It was like,
Flirting. Now we're flirting.
yeah, like it was like you could just see something was, I could just tell something was different.
Uh-huh.
Um, and but I ain't gonna lie to you, it felt good. But at the same time, it was like I definitely noticed there was a difference once my energy changed up. It was like once I started, really kind of taking care of me and being more genuine with myself about how I wanted to be and just how I accepted things and how I talked about things. Um, People noticed, women noticed, and
But
they
oh,
was
go ahead.
throwing at me, but it just, but the attention was definitely more and better.
Okay. But it wasn't necessarily that in being genuine, you couldn't be nice, right? It wasn't, that's not what you're
Right,
saying, right? It's
right,
just saying that you were just allowing yourself to just be um genuinely who you were every day. So if today was a bad day, it just was a bad day. You didn't feel like you had to act overly nice to compensate for how you were truly feeling. That's just to clarify, right? That's what you mean.
right. But I think where the other thing that came out though too is just my self confidence. Because I wasn't trying to
Okay.
really wasn't trying to hide as much. It's like, okay, this is me. Uh, I'm a good dude. I like myself.
Yeah.
Uh, I
Yeah.
got some going on, and well, like I said, once you start to project that, it starts to come back to you. So, and remember, the nice guy is really given in sarcasm. He's not really nice. He
At least
acts
not all the
nice.
time like he portrays.
Yeah, right, right. Not all the time
Okay.
like he portrays.
Okay. Okay. I will say this about masculinity. I know I I am attracted to confidence, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
attracted to somebody who it's just I mean confidence is big for me.
Mm-hmm.
I can spot a confidence in a man immediately, right? Versus
Mm-hmm.
somebody who's not as confident. And so I'm very attracted to a man that just walks in the room and owns it. Owns that confidence, owns himself, owns, you know what I'm saying, what he's coming with, right?
Right.
And so I can see why that change up would happen in your workspace, right? Where
Yeah.
once you started working on yourself and genuinely being tapping into who you are, how when you walked into the room, the way you were greeted was a little different, right?
Yeah. It was a little different,
Probably a lot different, but
and I liked it.
yeah. Yeah,
I,
listen, keep showing up like that. Keep showing up like that. And like I told you, I've always felt like, because again, like I told everybody else at the beginning, you and I know each other outside of you just being my guest today, right? And
right.
and
Right.
you've helped me. You've helped me a lot, as an attorney. And I can always go to you for advice. And we've seen each other in court. So I know just you by yourself, when you walk into the room, there's a vibe that precedes you. You know what I'm saying? You've
Mm-hmm.
always been, yeah, the nice guy, but you've always had that vibe that you're always talking to somebody and joking with somebody, and everybody liked you, so it wasn't that you didn't have it. You have a vibe, you have an aura, right? But I like that fact that you was just you started working on yourself, and just started being genuine with yourself so that you can be genuine with everybody else, because we can pick up on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
um I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so then how do you feel about femininity? Listen, femininity is a thing that has been brought up a lot on social media, and a woman to be, they want women to be real feminine and this, that,
Uh,
and the next. Why are you laughing? How do
no, I'm just
you
F word. It's let me get some of my grape juice. Hold up.
Not your grape. Well, then if we
Get the
drink it,
grape
then we
juice.
just drink it.
Femininity, I love,
Uh-huh.
uh, but I'm not a feminist. And I guess, are we on the same page when we talk about femininity?
Yeah.
So
What does it
I
mean?
think of it as, from a male perspective, what kind of draws out the masculinity.
Yeah.
When you encounter a woman who is feminine, she doesn't have to be um, shy or, deferential. She can be confident. She can be assertive. But when you run into a woman that's blasting the real strong feminine vibe, that is
That's
that's
a turn on, right?
turn on.
Same for
That's
us, right? It's
yeah,
the same thing. So then what does that look, because I like the fact that you said you don't have to be shy to be feminine. You don't
right.
have to be, you can actually be confident and be assertive and still be feminine, right? I
Mm-hmm.
like the fact that you said that, because it's not what you see out here. What people are saying is feminine. It is usually the real shy, laid back, real quiet, subdued type of
Mm-hmm.
woman, right?
Right.
But I like the fact that you're saying no, it doesn't have to be that. But can you put to words, and it may be difficult, and if you can't, you can't. But can you put to words what that is, that feminine, like what that looks like to you when you said when she's like really, really feminine? It's like, wow, what is that? How does is it a vibe? Is it an aura? The same, like what is it? Is it
It
confident?
is. It is. It is a. It is.
And it's hard.
And well, it's. I'm trying not to be. I'm trying not to go too far to the left with what I'm thinking
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Um, because it is like almost animal,
Yeah.
the attraction. It is like you it is it's the thing that makes the thought go through your mind. Not saying that you act on it, but it makes the
Right.
thought go through your mind. I have to have her.
Mm-hmm.
And and like I said, it's and don't get me wrong, it's not like this overpowering thing where I just have to have everybody. But it's like there's
Right.
some women that just have that thing where it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I got
She's
to be
it.
careful.
Yeah.
Um, and but I'll tell you that it's almost, but it's a reciprocal thing too. I don't know if I mean, it's because I've known women who just have it,
Right.
and I mean, it's just the way uh, they just have a way of handling you,
Right.
and and yeah, I'm having a hard time with it, and I'm a pretty
Yeah,
smart dude.
and I can understand it, because if you ask me to explain the same about masculinity, it would be hard for me to put words to it. So okay, let's go to some of the comments just real quick. Michelle says, "I respect the genuineness and honesty over being nice to be nice." I because you can pick, that's genuine, that's genuinely them, right?
Hmm.
And that resonates and connects more than just being nice to be nice. Anything to say about that, Greg? Or is that
Just being nice to be nice. It's well, like I said, I think with the nice guy, the thing is, it's being nice to get something. It's a
Mhm.
contract over
Okay?
probably no meeting of the minds. He has an idea of what he wants and what he's giving in exchange for what he wants, but the other party almost never knows.
Okay. Okay. So like you said, a con man.
Yeah.
It's a con act.
Yeah.
Okay. Joseph says a strong masculine man needs a soft feminine woman. Um, and I guess it's subjective, right? What I consider a strong masculine man may be something different than what somebody else considers, right?
Hmm.
Um, and same thing with a soft feminine woman. What do you think about that?
Well, I think, like I said, soft is definitely an element. You have to, in today's world with, the stuff that women have to go through, you'd be hard pressed to find a woman who can be soft all the time. And unfortunately, I think you find a lot of women who have been taught that they have to hide it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of, to me, it's kind of like, well, once, okay, like Animal Kingdom, lions.
Okay.
Male lion takes over pride,
Mm-hmm.
kills or defeats, runs off the former male lion that had that pride, right? What
Mm-hmm.
is, sounds kind of cruel, but he kills all the cubs that were fathered by the other lion,
Right.
and then immediately all the lionesses go into heat.
Okay.
Step that back for a second. And so what you have is, when you show that masculinity that's going to protect, provide, fight for her,
Right.
that allows that softness to come out, because she doesn't have, and you run into so many women who say, I want to be able to put this down. I don't want to be the bee
Yeah.
in the relationship. I don't want to be hard. I want to be able to give this to you and not have to worry about it,
Right.
and not have to be at war,
Yeah.
because it's not, in spite of the Woman King movie, it's not always in her nature to be that way.
Right. Right. And you know what? I will say that as far as a masculine man for me, you're right. It is somebody who not only I feel will protect me physically, not that he ever has had to do it, right? Not that I need you to go out there and pick a pick an unsuspecting soul and fight for my honor.
Oh,
Not necessarily, right?
but if a
But
joker
that I
step wrong,
know that, huh? What'd you say?
but if a joker step wrong,
I mean, and that's what I was getting at. I know that if it gets down to it, you will absolutely do whatever you need to do to protect me, right? And it's not only physically, but also protect my heart. That you're not gonna do anything that is going to you're not gonna intentionally hurt me or try to hurt me, right?
right?
And I think that's the part that we forget, is not just protecting me physically, it's protecting my heart as well, right?
It's protect your sense of security.
Absolutely.
Be-
And that, yeah, like, listen, all of that goes into it. I love that. I love that. And then I'm not, I'm soft with the man that I like, that I'm with, that I'm in a relationship with, that's taking care of me mentally, emotionally, physically. I'm soft with him, you know?
mm-hmm.
I may not be as soft with everybody else, but I'm soft with him, right? So
Right.
he gets a different side of me that nobody even knows, that has ever, has seen or knows exists, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, that's my little experience. Okay, so Levels Lifestyle Entertainment says she understands she is a woman and is comfortable in her own skin. She knows who she is as a woman. And I guess that's him explaining what a feminine woman or femininity looks like.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
Well,
That she understands she's a woman and is
I think
comfortable
that's
in her
right.
own skin.
I think there is a level of comfort that you have to have in yourself as a woman. Of course, I've never been a woman, so I don't know.
Right.
But it seems to me like, if you can resist the urge to feel like you always have to be over the top, I hate to use the word combative or confrontational
Mm-hmm.
on every single thing. If you can dial that back and, you know, let the man lead,
Yeah.
and, be comfortable in letting him do that.
Yeah.
But the flip side of that is, like I said, but you got to know that he's going to deliver, and it's in simple. Are the lights going to be on when I go home? Am I still going to have water?
Mm-hmm.
Things that are not going to upset the apple cart. If you can, if he can create that environment, she can rest in that, then yeah, I think that's on point.
Okay,
As far
okay.
as
And to me,
being
it
comfortable
reads confidence.
because she's allowed to. What's that?
Give it
I didn't.
to be, huh?
You're buffering.
What'd you say, Greg?
You're buffering.
Oh, okay.
I got the little circle on my end.
Okay, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So yeah, like you said, so he's created that space for her so that she can go ahead and be that. And what that reads, what he put on there, that just reads confidence. You know, being comfortable in her own skin is just, it's confidence, y'all. It's the way you walk into the room. It's the way you have your head held high, right? It's the
Mm-hmm.
way that you interact with the guy that you're with or dating or into or whatever the case may be, right? It's
Right.
all of that. And so yeah, I mean confidence on both ends has a lot to do with how we read that energy and pick up that energy on masculinity and femininity, in my opinion. Gabby says a woman can be soft when a male shows that he can be that strong masculine figure, and it's okay for her to soften. And I absolutely agree with that, Gabby, and that's exactly what Greg said. You know, that space needs to be created for us, and a lot of people don't understand. They feel like you should be feminine at all times. I think there's a difference. I think we're talking about two different things, right? We can only be I can only be a woman. That's all. That's all I got, right? That's all I
Right.
know, right? But then the femininity aspect, I think, is a whole nother, it's a different layer, you know, in my opinion. And so what do you think about that? A woman can be soft when, well, you said, I mean, that's pretty much what you said. He has to create space for her, right?
Yeah. Well, I thought about it. You know, pardon me, I'm pull out my my preacher hat for a minute. But even the Bible, Jesus telling me, he said, listen, I'm going to prepare a place for you, so you can come be with me also. And if it wasn't true, I wouldn't have told you.
Okay.
And I think what happens with a lot of relationships is that they say they can create that place, but then they fail.
Yeah.
Just don't. And so that creates that discord that causes that switch. You know, I was trying to be soft.
Yeah.
But now that you've upset the
dynamic, yeah.
Upset my expectation. You have failed to do what you said you were going to do.
And now I ain't a soft place to land.
Now you're not a soft place.
Right. And then now, I mean, 9 times out of 10, now, like you said, this relationship has failed, and you're gonna go your way, and I'm gonna go mine. You know, I so I didn't answer one of your questions. You asked me, have I ever went left, so to speak, right? And yes, I absolutely have lost my complete cool and went left when I feel like I'm being used or I'm being abused, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like you're abusing my niceness. You're abusing the fact that I really like you and I'm putting forth effort, right? Because effort is a real thing. Like effort is a real thing on both sides, right? Like if you are really trying to shoot your shot, I feel like effort needs to be put in, and I feel like I'm saying something that's really basic and everybody should know, but you'd be surprised how many people just do not want to put in the effort and then don't understand why it didn't work out. But you know, I feel like if I'm putting forth effort and I'm really trying to, you know, my T zone, Greg, my T zone is it's a lot going on over here. My bad.
Okay, I was gonna say what's
He's like, what? It's my T zone.
Is that this right here?
Is this and I'm really like on fire right up here. Like I don't understand what's happening. Anyway, okay, sorry, back. So effort.
How much time do we have?
How much, huh?
How much time do we have? Because we're having fun.
Yeah, we're having fun. We're gonna wrap this up. Are you saying I'm talking too much, Greg?
No, I'm saying we're having fun. I'm just like, man, how much time we have? Because I'm excited.
You see how he does me, y'all? You see how much time we have. Okay. Effort. What do you feel like? Do you out here in these murky dating streets? Have you found that either you're putting in effort and they aren't, or you're not putting in effort and they are, or whatever the case may be? Are you finding that out here?
Um, it's easier for me to not care. And
About
when I
what?
say that, I mean, yes, I appreciate the effort, but when it comes to initiating, um, what I try to do is communicate, um, one, that I'm not dangerous to you. I
Oh,
allow her to set the tone as far as, even her personal safety. Maybe you don't want to give me your phone number. Maybe you don't want to give me your location. Can we just meet and have coffee then? Can we,
yeah,
but not being too pushy as far as what, what I'm trying to accomplish. Because
yeah,
really, I I go into it thinking once she knows me, she'll see, that I'm not dangerous.
yeah, yeah.
And I think too, but the effort, I think the man needs to make the effort. I'm not against women doing it. I think the guy needs to make the effort. I mean, I'll drive 2-3 hours to go see somebody that I want to go see.
If you really want to go see them, yeah, it's the effort for me, and then trying to figure out why there's no excitement there from me. You're not really putting in any effort. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, no, I'm not attracted to a lack of effort. Again, I feel like if you really are trying to talk to me, really trying to see where this goes, you should be putting forth effort, and so should I. Like I feel like the woman should
Mm-hmm.
also, if you really like the guy, right? Show the guy that you really
Yeah,
like him. Put forth the effort, right? Meet him
but
halfway.
she's got
You know?
right,
Huh?
but she's got to but you've got to show enough of that to make her feel comfortable in it.
Absolutely.
That.
Absolutely. Because if you're not showing it, I ain't jumping. Like I, that's it. I feel like you're not interested in me, and I just move on.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I have. But those are the type of things that have made me lose my cool, so to speak. And I'm really in this. So I'm trying to be in this Zen mode, right? So where I'm not popping off. I don't. I don't live that life. You know what I'm saying? Like where I'm just popping off on it. That's not where I'm at, right?
Right.
And so I really try to surround myself with people, friends, colleagues, and even people that I speak to that are peaceful, um, so that we are both giving each other peace, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so anybody that gets me riled up or rat a tat tat, or I feel again is like, like disrespectful. I just try not to even deal with them at all. And that's just kind of how I've been able to manage that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I have lost my cool, and I have not been a safe place when I previously was.
Well,
I'll admit that, you know.
hey,
Um, and I learned everybody that I've dated, I learned from, even though some of them may have ended really badly and some of them didn't. Some of them were real cordial and amicable, right? But
mm-hmm.
I picked up something from every single relationship, which has brought me to where I'm at now, right?
Right.
And so I'm definitely thankful for that, and definitely try to reflect on ways I could have handled certain situations differently. What
Yeah.
about you, Greg? Have you been in those predicaments?
Mm, I think for me, um, I could definitely say that it was a situation where I was not really respected.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Full transparency, though, I was probably operating in a way that did not necessarily command a lot of respect to begin with.
Okay.
Um, Once I understood what was happening, then um, things started to kind of change up a little bit. But it took a while.
Okay.
Now, I think like I said, for me, the issue has become, if I'm doing everything that I need to do to be the best version of myself and create that environment,
Mm-hmm.
then, you know, the respect will come,
Yeah.
you know, and, you know, I've, you know, I met someone who is really just awesome, but we have that
Oh.
respect. So it's, like I said, but it took, like I said, it took me, and like I said, it's always a work in progress, like we said before, but it took me growing through that phase of being, you know, nice for the sake of being nice
Yeah.
to being more assertive about what I wanted
Yeah.
and just letting my edge be my edge.
I
And
like that.
that's really what happened. So
And that's what that is. Well, I'm happy for you, Greg. And you know what I'm saying? We're gonna pray for this one. Hopefully it turns out well. And
yeah.
this is why the inbox may not be open. So this is my round of applause for you. You like that?
Yeah, that's a round of applause.
Anyway, okay, Greg, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Is there anything before we go? Is there anything that you know, a business or anything that you're speaking at or something that you want to tell the people about before we go?
Well, Law Office of Greg Wilson is open.
Yeah.
We'll be seeing the website, hopefully not too many days hence.
Okay.
Um, but definitely back in the San Antonio area taking cases and, you know, doing family law, criminal defense, uh, branching into entertainment. But I'm gonna stay south. You know, you stay north, I'll stay south. Everything will be cool.
I do
Uh,
all of USA, Greg. No, I'm kidding.
hey, well,
I ain't
but
mad
we
at you.
talk because I'm telling you, there's some stuff coming up. I can't really talk a whole lot about it, but there's some stuff coming up, man. I'm really going to enjoy it. So,
That's what's up.
um, but yeah, I'm back in San Antonio,
Okay.
being a lawyer.
Okay.
So,
What cases other than entertainment? Because that's all I heard. Are you
um,
practicing?
oh, like I said, criminal offense, family. I'll do wills. I'm going to get into trusts.
Okay.
Trusts, I think, you know, trusts are cool. I love trusts. Um, and that's really it.
Okay.
I'm just glad to be back.
Yes, I'm glad that you're back. Ray says you inviting people. Inviting people where? Ray, help me out. Help me out. What you talking
Who's
about?
that?
Ray, he said you inviting people. I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know what we said to where he said that. So hopefully he responds before.
And if to call for cases, yes. If you got a case, man, at $50 consultation fee. Nothing's free,
Oh,
but
on the combo. Yeah.
hey,
No. Yes, you can comment down below, Ray, but no, not on this one, so to speak. But
is that a male or a
okay,
woman? I mean, it's
Ray,
yeah.
that's a man.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My,
Okay, so
oh, okay.
how do they get a hold of you?
Um, Greg at gregwilsonlaw.com
Okay, that's how y'all get a
or
hold of him. And
yeah,
what'd you say, Greg?
or 210-538-4846. That's 210
Okay, then that's how y'all.
538 4846. But Greg at gregwilsonlaw.com.
Okay, all right, y'all. Um, oh, he said he was gonna rep with you. Okay, that's what's up. Ray, listen, I'm always looking for guests, so I'll jump in your inbox and put you on the guest
Oh,
list for sure. Okay, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I got at Reality TV One pinned. Y'all make sure that you go to YouTube, please, and subscribe to that at Reality TV One. And we will see you guys next week. Thank y'all for tuning in yet again. Greg, you were awesome. Thank you so much.
always
I'll
love
talk
it.
to you
You know,
guys soon. Huh?
I say, always love it. You know that.
Always, always. All right. Bye.